Please welcome first Rachel's father, Mr. Mike McKinley.
I can dance, I can talk. Only thing about me is the way I walk. I can dance, I can sing.
I'd like to take a moment. I do have a few notes here I'm going to have to refer to, but first, Jeannie and I, along with Marla and Laren and Tony and Angela, would like to thank everybody for being here tonight. Okay? Help us celebrate this love story. Then we're glad everybody's here. Hold it closer. Is that better? All right. Sorry about that. I'd also like to take a moment to thank the staff of the Olmsted, to thank Josh, to thank Jeff and Michelle for the photography, and to thank Dan for the videography. So thank you for making this something we recorded, make it part of a wonderful evening. Okay? I do want to take just a couple of minutes to share. People who know me know I always have to tell at least one story. So I do have just a couple of quick comments. I've learned a lot over this past year that Rachel and Kirk have been engaged. The first one is, wow, what a fast year. Okay? That happened, engagement on Labor Day a year ago, and here we are celebrating tonight. So fast year. The second one is something I learned from my father-in-law, Bob Brown. Okay? I have to tell you, shortly after Kirk and Rachel were engaged, Rachel and I, Jeannie and I, Rachel, Kirk, Jeannie and I were all visiting with our in-laws, Bob and Kathy. Okay? One of our brother-in-law, Timmy, I'm not sure where's Timmy tonight. There he is over here. Wanted to put me on the spot, so he turned to me and said, "Do you like Kirk?" Well, I wanted to make Kirk squirm just a little bit. So I looked at him and said, "I like him, but he'll never be good enough." Okay? Before I finished that statement, my father-in-law said, "Yeah, Mike, I know what you mean." Okay? So, okay? The second comment I'd like to say is thank you to all my friends and family and people I didn't know for all the helpful hints for this past year. Things that included, remember, don't trip on Rachel's dress, okay? Remember, breathe. But my favorite was, do you think you'll cry like a baby? Okay? Or I bet you get very emotional, Mike. Well, for the record, I did choke up, okay? But it wasn't because I was sad. I was the last person to see Rachel as we entered the church, and I could see her in her eyes how beautiful she felt. I could see the happiness. And then as we walked in the church, everybody was looking at Rachel, and I could see Kirk. And guess what? I saw the same thing. So seeing that beauty and that happiness, how could you not get choked up? Okay? Then, as I was walking her down the aisle, I realized that I wasn't walking her down the aisle. She was leading me to what she wanted. Okay? So, now, my last comment is as the day began, we were the Brown family, the McKinley family, the Kern family, the Sweeney family, and all the friends. But as I look around here now, I just see family. Okay? So, one big family. So Rachel and Kirk, as you stand here surrounded by this one big family, I want to tell you that we're here to love you, we're here to support you, and we're here to say congratulations. So I'd ask you guys to raise your glass as family, one family, to look at Rachel and Kirk and say congratulations.
Give your daughter a hug. Big round of applause for Rachel's father, Mr. Mike McKinley. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome next the best man, Mr. Eric White.
Good evening. For those who don't know me, my name is Eric. I've known Kirk since grade school. Back when he had a full head of hair, and when he thought it was before it was a smart idea to become a Tar Heel fan. Growing up with Kirk was definitely an adventure. From coming home from preschool with bruises and bite marks, to playing tag in hotel hallways at away basketball games. Fast forward a few years, Kirk and I are roommates at college. While there were no more bite marks, the adventures continued with a few trips to Tin Roof, Two Keys, and Tally-Ho. Kirk, aside from always having a good time, you are always someone that I can count on, and I couldn't be more honored to stand beside you on your big day. You have found someone in Rachel who brings out the best in you. She is beautiful, smart, and has supported you in your growth over the past few years. I wish nothing but the best and look forward to our continued friendship. If everyone would please join me in raising their glass and toasting the bride and groom. Cheers. Dilly dilly.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for the best man, Mr. Eric White. Please welcome next our maid of honor, Miss Kirsty Ferry.
Deep in my heart, I could feel you. Take me back to a time only we knew how to wait.
All right, well, for those that don't know me, I'm Kirsty, and I am Rachel's maid of honor. And I'd like to start by thanking both Rachel and Kirk's families for allowing us to be here to celebrate with them. And Rachel and I have been friends since freshman year of high school. And like most girls our age, we would talk about what we thought our future weddings would be like. And Rachel started off by telling me that she was a flower girl in her aunt's wedding when she was about 10. And since that day has been collecting wedding magazines in preparation for her own day and has quite the collective stash dating back to 1996. So Rachel used to tell me of what she thought her dream dress would be like, what she thought her colors would be like, and that she always wanted to get married at the Olmsted. And here we are. So as we've gotten older, we still talked about our future weddings, but Rachel, instead of talking to me about dresses and colors, she would talk to me about the man she thought she would marry. And Kirk is everything and more that she has ever described. And I've been lucky enough to become great friends with Kirk over their course of their relationship. Kirk is kind and treats every single person he meets with the same respect. He is patient, always puts others before himself, and has made his relationship with Rachel a top priority. And Kirk, while we may not agree on everything, like your undying love for North Carolina basketball, go Cats, we will always agree that you are the perfect person for my best friend. Rachel is warm, generous, honest, genuine, an all-around amazing person and a perfect best friend, and Kirk is the perfect complement. And I absolutely cannot wait to see what the future holds for the two of you, and I'm just glad to be a part of it. So if everyone would raise their glass, cheers to Rachel and Kirk, and I wish you nothing but a lifetime of happiness. So cheers to the happy couple.
Big round of applause for our maid of honor, Miss Kirsty Ferry. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome next our matron of honor, Miss Lindsay Samidi.
Hi guys, as you said, my name is Lindsay and I'm the matron of honor, and I also want to thank Kirk and Rachel's family for hosting an awesome, beautiful event tonight. So, for a living, I am a writer, and as such, I can't shy away from a good cliche. So here's where I would say that Rachel is like the sister I never had. Fortunately, I can say I've never had to go a day without her because we met quite literally at day one at Hurstbourne Preschool. Then we went down the street to St. Gabriel together. I followed her over to That's Dancing dance studio where we spent a lot of years together. And then separately, we decided to go to UK. And then when we both made that decision, we decided to room together. And everyone was like, oh God, don't do it. Like, too much drama, it won't end well. And I am happy to say that we proved everyone wrong. And in those 4 years, we got closer, the closest I think we've ever been. Oh, Jesus. Okay. So, as someone who's been there since day one, I've gotten to see all the guys. The good, the bad, the ugly. I'll save you all the details. You don't get to know them. Save you, Rachel. I get to know them. And as someone who's been there for all of them, I can say we found a winner. Y'all, Kirk is awesome. Round of applause. He is amazing. He is amazing. Usually I can get him to play games with me too, which sometimes, Rachel is like a little hesitant. Kirk will play games with me, so I love that, despite being a UNC fan, of course. So Rachel, as I'm sure many of you know, is always the mom in the group. Before we leave, she has the snacks. She makes sure we have sunscreen on. She makes sure everyone goes to the bathroom before we head out. She tied my shoes till like 6th grade. I'm not kidding. And she did my hair all the way through college, my hair and makeup. So she's always the mom. She took care of people when she babysits. She takes care of, Kirsty and Zach and I, and everybody. And I can, one of the best parts about seeing her find Kirk is that she's found someone who will take care of her. And above that, someone who she lets take care of her as well. And so, Kirk, I've seen Rachel in many, many forms. She's her most radiant by far when she's with you. So, if everyone would raise their glass, I would like to wish you guys a lifetime of love, but I have no doubt that's exactly what you'll have. So I'll wish you a lifetime of happiness and UK victories. Taste, yes. Go Cats. Go Cats. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause for our matron of honor, Lindsay Samiti. All right, here's what we're going to do next.